Wow, Lenox in a classic tonight wins the 8-player District 9 championship, double overtime victory over Fremont-Mills. Big nights for Isaac Grudman and Keegan Kitzman. Gentlemen, I'm sure that had to be just a whale of a game to be a part of. Your thoughts?
Well, the first quarter was very rough, and then we kind of got our defense going in the second quarter, and our defense was stiff throughout the last three quarters, and then he stepped up tonight, and which I couldn't perform as well, and he had a hell of a game.
The first half was we couldn't find our blocks. In the second half, we picked it up and we found our blocks and ran it hard.
It was kind of a tale of two halves in terms of the first half, very kind of defensive minded. I think it was like 14-12, and then final score ends up being 52-46. Just talk about that, and what was it that clicked offensively?
We found our blocks. We ran the ball hard.
Same as him. That's exactly what happened.
Isaac, I think you led the attack in rushing tonight. Speak to what you were able to do within that.
Well, one, the Fremont defense really had a good stop to our running game. Then our line started to pick it up, and everything just clicked after the second quarter.
Keegan, it felt like really kind of a no-nonsense rushing style from you tonight. Maybe not a ton of yards, but a lot of touchdowns. Speak to that.
Isaac got us in good position. We were on like 5-10. Our knees kept running dives up the middle, and I kept pushing my way through.
Speak to the defense tonight. I know maybe that's kind of silly to say, the 46-point output, but you get the big stop late. You guys had some other big plays as well. What was it that made the defense click?
We struggled in passing a lot, but we had the run locked down, but we just need to stop their pass plays more.
Go back to the start of the year to where you guys are now. Did you ever think you would be where you are at this point? Undefeated, definitely controlling your own destiny.
Yeah, we knew we were going to be in a good position. We just got to keep working for it.
Yeah, we expect to be one of the top 1 or 2 teams in the district this year, and so far it turned out pretty well.
How fun, was being a part of a game like this? It had to be a blast.
Well, it was the first one we had like this,
yeah.
And probably our closest game was like a 30-point difference, so this was a fun game to be a part of.
It was very exciting. The sideline was insane, the crowd. It was just like a completely different environment for us.
Got to ask you about the game-winning touchdown. I can't not ask you about it. What's going through your mind as you're churning?
Well, we got a 26 toss. I knew the cutback was going to be open. When I saw that, I just hit as hard as I could.
Talk about, going forward with the postseason. What do you think you guys are capable of? Obviously, you don't know who you're going to play yet, but, what's the approach?
We definitely need to work on defense and offense a lot, but our pass defense needs to pick it up and should be on a roll.
Yeah, we definitely need to work on keying on different monster backers and stuff like that, and then we also need to work on our passing game as well.
All right, Coach. Just wow. What a game. You guys are the lucky ones to come out on top, but maybe it's cliche, but one of those games maybe no one did deserve to lose tonight.
No, we talked about it all week. You know what you're going to get out of Fremont. They're going to be very well coached. They're going to be a very physical team, and they're a very good football team. I know they had their 2 early losses in the season, but man, they've improved a ton, and they're going to be dangerous in the playoffs. And it was a back and forth battle. I told the kids at halftime, man, this is a lot of fun. This is a lot more than being pulled and having to get the JV in. It's football, and we enjoyed it like crazy.
First close game you guys have had all year. I know Martinsdale, it was close for about a quarter and a half, but to see your team put together 4 quarters and then some, I'm sure it had to be something nice heading into the postseason.
Well, it's just much needed is the thing. That's where I look at it. We haven't had a fourth quarter where our varsity has played the entire time, and to take it even a step further now to get double overtime out of them too. It helps us for what's to come, and there's gonna be tough matchups going forward, and proud of those boys for battling it out for going through 7 weeks where they didn't have to be in that fourth quarter, and they stuck it out and they stuck together and came out on top.
You guys come up with a big stop there in overtime. What did you see in that led to that?
The defense was just kind of reading their keys. They threw out some different things. They started getting us right that first overtime. Scoring on one play is really pretty deflating, but I know. They had a huge stop right there on the 2-point conversion that kept us alive. That's kids' will to get there, and Bond coming up with a good play call on that too. And then the 4 downs. That was just our kids being them and just trusting their keys and doing their assignment and doing what the play was called, and just being assignment football.
You guys still had to score, though, for that to mean anything, and you guys were able to do that. What was kind of the approach as you guys took that possession?
It was just the same way we approach every 1st and 10. Is we try to get 3 yards, and if you can get 3 yards for 4 downs in a row, you get that first down. That was the goal. We liked a couple things out of a couple different formations, and our kids had to execute, and they sure did at the end. That last run by Kitzman was huge. Biggest run of the night, and just that was a lot of grit and a lot of just finding the seam and going.
You guys had more passing yards at halftime than you did rushing yards, and they had more rushing yards than they did passing yards. Wouldn't have pegged that when we started the game, but the rushing game got going for you guys. Where was it that maybe kind of the tables turned, so to speak?
I think it was just, they came out in a defense we weren't quite expecting. A little bit of things we've seen before, but their kids came ready. They came up and they made plays, and our guys, I think a little bit of awe in the moment, a little bit, and it took us a little while to get going. And once we did get going, we started churning, we started finding seams, and we started getting our groove, and that's the big key to it. The passing yards, we got kind of lucky with that first pass play. Weaver made a great catch and made huge cuts. All over the place. That was big, and I think that really helped momentum right away. So, wasn't exactly how we drew it up, but I'm happy with how the kids battled.
What does it mean, not only to win a district championship, but to win a district championship against an opponent the caliber of Fremont-Mills, and in a game like this, a lot of twists and turns, momentum shifting one way or another, but to come out on top?
It means a ton for the program. Just battling a team and a program that's been there at the top for so many years, and it's big for our kids. And we talked about that at the end of the game in the huddle. It's just when you put your heart in a team, and when you guys bond together, we can do amazing things. And these guys have worked their tail off. These seniors were freshmen when we first started, and they've invested the time, and they earned the opportunity to play for a district title, and they certainly earned the win tonight.
Go back to the start of the year to where you guys are now. Did you ever think you'd be where you are at now?
It was always something we talked about, and we knew when we looked at the schedule that we had an opportunity to run the table a little bit. We never really set out to say, obviously this game was looming at the end, but we took it 1 week at a time. We focused on, what we needed to execute. And, each week we found something new that we needed to improve on, and our kids took that mentality and moved forward with it. And, like I said, it was something that we had discussed and we thought about at the beginning of the year. It's amazing to have that become a reality.
Playoffs now. We don't know who you're going to face yet. We'll find out 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. But regardless, what's the approach for you guys?
Same thing we do every week. We'll break down film. I'll spend most of my Saturday probably looking at stuff while I watch a little bit of college football. And we told the kids enjoy it like crazy. Enjoy their Saturday and their Sunday to rest up. And I think right away, early in the week, is going to be a big rest day. This was a very physical, very emotional game, and we're going to focus on making sure that going into next Friday that we don't have a emotional setback where we invest a ton into this game and we're not quite ready to go. We have to be locked in because now it's do or die.
Congrats, Coach.
Thank you.